Hi, this is Mark Tibb speaking. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
So the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, WBC, lineal two-time Ring Magazine heavyweight champion of the world. And of course, the only heavyweight currently to have won every single belt that the heavyweight division can physically offer him. One hell of an achievement, hell of an achievement. Now, he spoke to Johnathan Ross. Johnathan Ross is he the number one chat show host here in the UK? Very, very popular guy. I like him. I really do like him. He can't pronounce his R's, but hey, it is what it is. I have a bit of a speech impediment myself at times. But he spoke to him, and inevitably the subject of Anthony Joshua was brought up. And Tyson Fury heaped huge praise on Anthony Joshua. Don't get me wrong, I know tomorrow he'll probably say something totally different. But right now, this is what he had to say about Anthony Joshua. He's a great fighter, Olympic gold medalist, two-time heavyweight champion of the world, just like me. He's a great athlete. Of course I have respect for him. I don't know him personally, but what I've seen of him, he seems like a decent guy. Tyson Fury's statement. Now, this is complete polar opposite to how some of his fanatical fans are. I'm talking about the extreme fans are, where probably a couple of years ago, Tyson Fury would just hate on everything. Not because he really did, but just because he was portraying that character. And when you preach hate, you attract like-minded people. And some of those people have kind of stuck with Tyson Fury. While Tyson Fury has matured, some of them have not. They see Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua with their rivalry. So Joshua, he's the hated one because he's a rival of Tyson Fury. Joshua is hated because he's not Tyson Fury. Joshua's hated because he's part of Matchroom. Again, there seems to be this delusion that you can't be a boxing fan and like anything that Matchroom puts on. It's a very weird, childish, weak mentality. But hey, it is what it is. People are entitled to like what they like and what they don't like. It is what it is. But Tyson Fury is complete polar opposite. As I said, he probably says something totally different tomorrow. But what he says about Anthony Joshua is correct, though. Olympic gold medalist, two-time heavyweight champion of the world, just like Tyson Fury is. Sure, Anthony Joshua, he took a loss to become a two-time heavyweight champion of the world. Tyson Fury pretty much retired, came back and then won the WBC belt and of course his Ring Magazine belt back as well. So yeah, they're both two-time heavyweight champions in the world, and yes, Joshua is a supreme athlete. Of course he is. Now, for me, I support both these guys equally. Who wins that fight? I have no bias whatsoever. I've never personally spoken to either one of them. I mean, Tyson Fury, he has retweeted some of my videos and that in the past, but I've never spoken to him on a one-to-one basis, much like I haven't with Anthony Joshua. Their teams just won't let me in for whatever reason it may be. But still, I support them both very much, and every time they fight, I want them to win. So when it comes to this fight, and I've said it 100 times by now, congratulations to the winner, and I'll be absolutely devastated for the loser. Okay, I support both of these guys. But the truth is, they don't hate each other. Yes, they'll have digs at each other. It's called rivalry. It's called banter, a lot of it. In fact, Tyson Fury, a little while ago, he said that quite often he will call up Joshua, or Joshua will call up him at times as well. And as soon as they pick up the phone and be like, yo, I'm going to knock you out, put the phone down. So they're like pranking each other. Sometimes they'll have full conversations about how things are going with the training, with the families and all that kind of stuff. So they do actually quite get on, which does put me back to the question, why is it that some people just absolutely hate on Anthony Joshua just because he supports Tyson Fury? You think that you are on the same kind of level as Tyson Fury. You're not at all. That's not me having a dig at anybody, by the way, but that's just how it is. But it's like his dad, John Fury. He says that he's a massive fan of Anthony Joshua and always wants to see Anthony Joshua do well. Much like Tyson's brother Shane. He says that he's a huge fan of Anthony Joshua. Just that when it comes down to their own family member, John's son, Shane's brother, Tyson, fights Anthony Joshua, of course, they're going to be Team Tyson Fury. Of course. So on fight night, they're picking a side, which happens to be Tyson, of course, fair enough. And that's kind of the way that I am too, where I support both of them. And I know many of you guys and girls do as well, where you support both of them. You may have a preference towards one of them, and that's fine. But ultimately, it's not a hate relationship, but some people just walk through life, just want to hate on anything and anyone. And they saw Tyson Fury as someone that they can cling along to because, hey, this guy, he's just like me. He hates on everyone. But in truth, he doesn't. He was playing a character. Yeah, again, he's proven it. But as I said, tomorrow, he'll probably go in on Anthony Joshua, say he's stiff, he's got no head movement, he's robotic, he's a bodybuilder, all that kind of stuff again, and he's a dosser. Again, you can see some of the weak-minded when Tyson Fury runs around calling people dossers, and then they run around calling people dossers. It is what it is, okay? I mean, dosser is not a new word that he created. In fact, back in my student days, I was called a dosser, you know, just up all night playing games, sleep in till God knows when. I was called a dosser. Okay, as many people were, so it's not a unique word, but if Tyson Fury went out and called someone something else, they'll start repeating that word as well. You know, a Burke, they'll start calling people Burks, you know, it's what it is. Anyway, Tyson Fury, very complimentary of Anthony Joshua, and good on him. I like hearing that kind of stuff, but I don't expect it to last very long at all. I really don't. Once these two sign for their inevitable fight at some point, hopefully is it April or May, I think Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren were talking about. So then you're going to start to see things amp up, really amp up, where Tyson Fury, he's going to start going through Anthony Joshua, chastising him, this, that and the other. But the truth is, and if everybody's being honest, Anthony Joshua, 25 fights, outstanding resume. I already covered that with Tyson Fury, the fact that he's won every belt that there possibly is, went to foreign land to defeat two champions in Vladimir Klitschko and Deontay Wilder, albeit Deontay Wilder's probably like half a champion, but still, he still went over there and beat him. Anthony Joshua defeated Dillian White. I don't like saying that, but he did, because obviously I'm a huge Dillian White fan, you know, he's a good pal of mine. But he's got Dillian White on his resume, he's got a undefeated Charles Martin on his resume, undefeated Dominic Breazeale on his resume, where I remember some people picking them guys to defeat Anthony Joshua. Much like Vladimir Klitschko. Joshua wasn't the favourite in that fight, but he defeated Vladimir Klitschko. He defeated Alexander Povetkin, defeated Andy Ruiz Jr. He lost to Andy Ruiz Jr., but again, avenged it. Now Kubrat Pulev, who's been a consensus top 10 for a long, long time. So, anyway, there's nothing really to hate about Anthony Joshua. If you don't like him for personal reasons, it is what it is. But for boxing reasons, let's just be realistic, okay? Anyway, drop your thoughts below about it, click thumbs up, and of course subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next video.